What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Epic 7 stream. It is your boy, Mashuu.
And it's your guy, Gimmick.
And how is everybody doing today? How are you doing, Gimmick?
I'm doing great. You know, I think this is the first time we've streamed together.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we talked about it before. I know we streamed on, like, cooperative streams with everyone else, like Tala, Ryoko, everyone else.
And Luca.
Yeah.
You know, the one you stream with most often.
Wait, who?
Who?
Wait, what? Luca? Luca? No, where? No, I'm just kidding. Man, it is a boys stream tonight. Let's
go!
Woo!
All right.
No. But yeah, don't worry. Luca's out for today, but she'll be back again next week, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll see. I mean, obviously she could get sick. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
Hopefully not. But we hope. We hope you're doing well today.
First stream.
I'm doing well today.
Y'all chilling?
I hope you're doing well today too.
Yes, exactly.
I hope so. Good. Yeah.
I'm exactly chilling. And today, guys, we have a Just Chatty stream. And what that entails, it means that we're going to be talking with you guys. You guys. I'm pointing at you and you and you.
And especially you.
And you. I know, Robert, you said hi. What's up, Robert?
What's up, Rob?
And everyone else is like, oh my God, Mashu's still alive.
I know, right?
Yes, I am still alive, guys. Don't worry. Always have been. And stare. But yeah, guys, hope everyone's been doing well. Gimmick, yeah, just give a little about yourself. It's our first time together.
Yeah.
How you feeling? You ready?
I'm ready. You know, like there's a lot of stuff we have on the docket today. We have ranging from PvP, PvE, and just general quality of life stuff. So I'm really excited to just kind of hear everybody's thoughts, talk about some of the new stuff that's been coming to Epic 7, and yeah, I mean, we want to take as much feedback as we can.
He's got a lot of stories, guys. I'm going to tell you that for sure.
And that is why we are just chatty.
We are just chatting. So if you guys ever want to say anything, please say it now, because Gimmick over here will be taking notes of exactly what you guys are thinking of portraying, like what you guys is talking about. All the points will be said today. We'll forward them, and so make sure this is an important stream.
It's really important, yeah. I mean, like we want you guys to voice as much as you can. We really want to talk about as much as we can.
Yeah, and we honestly want to hear your honest feedback and everything else. And we're just chatty.
We are just chatty.
I just like looked at it and I was just like, just chatty. You know,
yeah, ta-da!
You gotta pet Chatty here for a bit, you know?
Pet Chatty.
Chatty's a good boy. Chatty's a good boy.
Good
Keeping it safe. Keeping it PG.
We will be talking about them. Will we?
Yeah.
But let's get started, shall we?
Yeah, first and foremost, we'll be going into the PvE aspects that has been happening as of recently. First off being the new hero side stories.
Yeah, so, I mean, have you tried the new side story stuff yet?
I have not. Because, like, honestly, I was going to use it for imprints. And I know a lot of people, like, were looking into it and they're like, oh, you know, like, I didn't even know this was here. Or one, I was like, oh, how does it, like, benefit newer players or older players? And yeah, so like, you give a little context about it.
So if you guys aren't aware of the new changes, so basically the side story system has been revamped a little bit. So now you can do a character-specific side story, you can obtain a currency, and you can use that to open up a banner for a limited amount of time to pull for that hero who is featured on the banner. So, or featured in the side story. So I know there's been a lot of discussion about, hey, how about for new players, right? New players really want to capitalize on a lot of very strong heroes. And
that Tammy.
Yep, Tamari and Isaria, a lot of really, really strong heroes. And they're part of that side story system. So it really helps a lot of players get to speed.
Yeah, what I was going to say too is like a huge quality of life. Like we'll be talking more about that later too as well. But it's just like, we're always revamping things for new players that are coming in. So before it's like, oh, selective summon, you're aiming for this person, and when this banner comes out, make sure to pull. And now you're able to have that like in hand, knowing which character you exactly want, or in general sense, like, hey, you're going through a story, maybe you like a character, and because honestly, that's the way to play the game that I know of at least.
Yeah,
it's just like have fun with it. You're like, this is my favorite character, I want him. You know?
Yeah, exactly, and that's been great. And you know, when I first came in. It took me a long time to get like my Wyvern 13 team started, right? And so with changes with like Hunt Expert and Mui being introduced in the game, it really sped up a lot of my own process, and especially for people who I'm friends with who got started with the game, they were able to just rush right into Wyvern 13 and start getting to the really fun stuff like Labyrinth and PvP and stuff like that.
Exactly, and then being able to like, set up for AI and everything else.
Oh yeah.
But so how do you guys feel about the current like hero setup, the hero side story setup?
Yeah.
Is it something that you guys like, want to see more of? Is there things you want to change about it and the like? We're open to suggestions, so please talk to us now.
Just let us know.
Wonder if something's rerunning soon. Well, who knows?
Who knows?
We never know, and we'll obviously let you know when it's
Definitely.
going to happen. Make sure to stay tuned to all that SNS and the like to keep informed about everything.
Yeah.
Oh, someone says it's time gated.
Yeah, time gated. I mean, what? It's 7 days, I think, to do it, right?
Which is why what you said, right? It's
Yeah.
like quote unquote time gated, but you can honestly just save up that much and then pull when you feel like you have enough.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially for me, at least from my own experience, right? I like to save up to full pity, right? 605. And so in the future, when I do want to actually go for one of the side stories and go for the banner, I'm just going to make sure I have 600 right off the bat. Really make sure. So, I mean, that's the way I would approach it, at least. So,
Yeah, some people saying like 13 days to reset is kind of long.
kind of long.
Yeah. I mean, we'll for sure take that information and see what we can do on our end, pushing that forward. But I feel like that's, for the most part, the only thing that I've seen that has been like, oh, a doc on it, right? Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, hey, why can't we just have it long, or just like you open it and then once you get the hero, it'll close down.
Yeah.
Right? So that'll be another interesting change to make. Like, let's say, what I would do, maybe you will like you unlock it, and then it's just open.
It's
until
just
you
there,
grab
yeah,
it.
until you're finished with it, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's sometimes hard because I think that some people want to focus on other things, right? They want to do the currently active side story, which the current side story we'll be talking about in a little bit as well. But yeah, sometimes you got to manage your time, your energy, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think a lot of people are saying that basically just time gated content is. I mean, it's tough to work with sometimes, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But now moving on from that though, what is the next thing we're talking about?
The next thing we have to talk about is the changes to unrecorded history.
Ooh, I myself. All right, so
Yeah.
Gimmick came on and he's like, "Yo, not ancient heritage,
Yeah.
but unrecorded history change." So I tried to look for it, right? And so I was like looking, and like I looked, it's like it's not in the same place. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
And so what I had to do for unrecorded history is like go back.
You had
and
to go
actually
into the actual
click on the
tab,
thing,
right?
yeah.
They gave the tutorial and everything like that, like you're a new player. But for those who aren't aware of the changes to unrecorded history, instead of being basically a full recap and full playthrough of all 10 chapters of episode 1, it is now condensed into 33 stages. So, and not only that, as well, the shops have also been condensed into one big shop, which is just very helpful for organization.
People saying some goaded changes. I agree, and I Toast for that matter too. I also would want that.
Yeah,
we'll see what
I agree with
I know.
that.
A lot of people are asking for that as well. So hopefully in the future,
Hope in the future.
Dude, as for other topics, guys, we'll be listing those out at the end, so don't worry. You guys can ask those things at the end, and we can talk about them more. But
Yeah.
let us go through our topic list that we have currently, and then we'll get back to that.
A lot of people are saying background battling. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
background battle. Oh,
man,
it's a big one.
It is a big one. I think a lot of us have been talking about that. I love background battling for Hunt, especially during that Hunt buff last weekend. Oof, really nice.
You're just able to like kind of like double dip, right? You're like,
Yeah.
you're hunting one thing. I know some people who are like hunting two separate things at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they're used to like the old ways. Because when I played, we didn't even have repeat battling.
Exactly,
So it's just
right.
like after a hunt ends, you're like, oh, clear.
Good,
Switch.
gotta go do that again, right?
Yeah.
Now you have to micromanage it so much.
Yeah,
Now-
which is why one-shot teams actually weren't that much of a thing before.
Right, because you just had to micromanage it no matter what.
Yeah,
right?
no matter what,
That makes
so-
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying, yeah, disappointed when I saw that too many stages for too little stories. So letting it condense down is really nice. I agree with that.
Yeah, but I guess like unrecorded history for the most part is a welcome change.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what happened, it changed into a full-on 32, I believe.
33.
33 stages all together, bundled into one map. So you're able to go through and complete that, get additional rewards. If you already completed unrecorded history from the past, you'll be able to do it again for all the rewards.
Yep.
And your adventure points stays, so your AP stays, and it's all condensed down.
Yeah.
So every shop, you're going to be able to sort it out by tabs. There's like, once you hit the AP store, it'll say rare catalyst and then epic catalyst.
Yeah, and also some people were talking about actually some excess imprint material too.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't used it just yet because I'm kind of like, what do I use with this? But technically, I could currently imprint my Celestia Mercedes if I wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get that C Mercedes up, and obviously your regular Merc.
Yeah.
Always a really good thing to have.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right,
gosh, I
so
keep
on
sneezing.
to our guess on to the next topic, we want to talk about the recent season of Ancient Inheritance. So that just ended.
Inheritance.
So.
Well, I know a lot of people always talk about like the around of timing wise. It's 2 weeks. It feels short.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people too always want like more flow into it of just like having it constantly come back. But I did not talk to, but I was watching like another streamer too as well.
Yeah.
They were saying like if we had it all the time, it would be kind of hard to manage because Ancient Inheritance honestly is quite like a rush.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
And not to mention as well, you gotta like re-gear some heroes. I know that my Celilius wants to be put onto like Cradle of Life. And so I'll be like working on Ancient Inheritance at the end of the day, and I wake up, I go into my arena, and it's like, oh, you lost all your defenses. Because
so it was like my guild where loot goblins did not make stage 4.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, and also it feels special because it is every so often.
Yeah.
What other changes though would you guys want to see, honestly? Because then we saw this time it's like always like the gear coming around, right?
The gear's great. I mean, my gear rolled pretty well. I mean, injury set was really nice. I think having niche pieces of gear come around every once in a while is pretty nice because I don't have a Katie's team. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Katie's is quite hard for people coming in, especially, and I know a lot of like units coming into PvP, like Alencia and the like, Bellion and the like. You're not going to be able to access that Katie's so often.
No.
The only thing is like Arena.
Yeah.
And even then, it's just like hard, right?
It is, right? Like it's just tough to get into Katie's. I want to wait to get a one-shot team myself. If I would just roll Sin Angelica, please.
Yeah, I know that is one thing. Silver pointed it out too on the Twitch, is saying the same Warden mechanics feels a little stale. Now we do know that obviously the meta is currently how it is, where a lot of people have been using Warriors, right?
Yeah, I went straight into Warriors, and it's usually Warriors +1. I go for Soul Weavers myself, but yeah, you mean like in my opinion, I would love to see a little bit more of a mix-up to it, maybe some more strategization. It's tough, right? Because if they kind of made things that would need you to kind of distribute into all classes, right? That means that soloing into one class probably makes the most sense still, right?
Yeah, it would be cool to be able to like kind of like a mix and match, right? So maybe in Ancient Inheritance have like some bosses weak to like certain like unit typing, like rangers, etc., thieves, etc. It would be interesting to see that in the future.
Yeah.
Would you guys want that though? Because obviously that would mean
what would you guys
better communication across the board, right?
Definitely. I know that a lot of guilds don't have like any of the space they chat in. You know, I know some guilds chat in Discord. I actually see one of my guild leaders in here chatting with us, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, it's hard sometimes to communicate this kind of stuff. So if it was requiring a little bit more strategization, would that be more? There he is, Alex. Yes. If there was more strategization required, is that going to benefit everybody, right?
Yeah, because it is already rough for some people, and having that streamlined amount of strategy is something that we do have to look into, right?
Exactly.
We want everyone to get the rewards, but we also want everyone to have like a good time while playing the content.
We also don't want everyone loot goblining, as someone pointed out. I feel so bad.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Just point it out. Just tell your guild.
Call it out.
Yo, we need all the gear. We need all the gear.
Yeah. Got to work as a team. It's a whole team build thing.
Jokin says even having some AI fights with boosted units that are like the side story bonuses to get more diversity.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to have like certain units boosted.
Yeah.
Kind of to force, I guess, a new meta.
It kind of like it reminds me of Automaton Tower, where you have the hero enchantment stuff. That could be pretty cool.
I am that guy.
Don't be that guy.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. So I do Ancient Inheritance at night.
Okay.
So a lot of the time, my guild tends to rush forward with everything else. So it's a lot harder for me to contribute to bosses.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so I apologize, architects. What it is, what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly,
Mashuu, that guy
Tristan
too.
Wolf is another person who's doing guides on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we do see a lot of maps. Like we saw the community maps being made.
Those are great. I followed that all the way through. Yeah, definitely.
We wouldn't want to like ruin that work too. So it's something to look into for sure.
But at the same time, I feel like when there's something new, you know, I feel like it's exciting, right? You get to jump on new content. You're like, hey, now we get to do this again, right?
Yeah, honestly. So I go back always to the first time AI started.
Yeah.
Everyone was all over the place. It didn't matter like who you were. Only some teams made it to stage 4, and like they barely made it and
Yeah.
even didn't get all the rewards. They weren't
Right.
set to clear fully, right? But either way, it was like completely fun because it was something new, interesting. There wasn't like a set meta. Everyone was still trying to figure out things, and I did like that. So I hope that in the future we could do something similar in which we're at least promoting some type of diversity or some type of
Yeah.
new feeling into this content without being like fully like warrior bog.
Yeah, or like forcing people to like adopt tons of strategies.
Yeah, so I
or-
think Automaton is a good flow of it too.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, hey, Automaton happens, guys. You know, you could do whatever crazy unit you want, and then you could reset it, and then
Yeah,
you do it again.
and then you can try it again,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I always just run my usual, like my build with Senya works every time. Very easy.
Yeah, granted, yeah, on there I also use all warrior team.
I don't
I'm
use
not
all
gonna
warriors.
lie.
I use I use a whole range of stuff, but hey, by any means necessary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what else would you guys want to see, honestly, like
Yeah.
changes for it? I don't know if this is a PvE question, but I would like to know why the imprints like Unknown Slates take space in the hero inventory.
Good
Yeah,
question.
that's something that obviously we're always looking into.
Yeah.
We've slowly integrated like things like MOLAs
Yeah.
in the past, so that's things like that are obviously up for debate in the future, so don't worry on that end. We will take that down as Gimmick is writing.
Yeah.
And Judai, don't worry, I did see that from way back when you said it in regards to having rage set in AI. I think rage set would be good,
Yeah.
but at the same time, AI is such like a premier piece where is rage set worth it? I think maybe having it, what if you have like rage set in chess?
Ooh. Well, imagine. I mean, it would be really cool. I feel like that. Given that the system already enhances all your heroes that you put in to 60 and max awakening and skills, I would be pretty interested if they would do something like where you have to discover equipment pieces to then throw onto your hero. Because then that removes. I know
is
that.
sick.
Yeah, like I know already it's mainly the set that matters. But imagine how that works, right? It's like, okay, my gear isn't the greatest, but I still want to contribute, right? So I've got my heroes, they get maxed out. Hey, I found a gear set that I'm going to put on my hero that'll then help me contribute more. Maybe that'll help with like...
That would be cool.
Yeah, or like with normal fights too, right?
I could see that too, especially like the whole roguelike aspect that AI brings is really fun.
Yes,
where
definitely.
everything is always random. And that is a way, like, what if, like, guys, if your guys' gear sets actually didn't matter and you had to find gear sets
I mean, like...
and then place them on units?
That's-
That would be sick.
That's the roguelike lover in me, right? That's all I'm saying. And it would also help a lot of teams and guilds get through the stuff and get the gear that they need, right? So...
Mashuu, please do us all a favor and let the free gear we get be minimum 88 gear. Are we talking about gear score? Because god dang.
we wish.
Or are we talking about just like gear in general? I mean, I'm actually glad that this side story, which we'll get into
Yeah, just in a second here,
just in
actually.
a second,
Yeah.
is 88 gear compared
is
to the
88,
78
yeah.
gear that we have been giving out for regular side stories.
Yeah.
We're now starting to give out a lot bigger prizes than that.
It's great, yeah. And why don't we just move right into it then? So
Yep.
the next side story, Romantic Getaway Week 2 has just been released. And
Mr. Ran and Amid.
perfect couple doing perfect couple things.
God, I hate it. It's so perfect. It's like nothing bad ever happens to these people.
Just walk your way over to Moonlight Theater and you'll have a great time.
Exactly. I was talking to Gimmick and I'm like, I want this side story to be like death and destruction. You know, like things going awry and like people killing each other. Maybe people getting jealous. Like, what if Ahmed gets jealous and just like starts shanking?
That's already.
No, that's
That feels like episode 4 already.
no.
Look,
True.
I don't need enough feels in my side story. Like we just finished the winter one,
That's true.
and I was just like, I want good happy feelings, please, please.
Okay. I'll
You know?
let this slide. You skipped the story? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Judai, go back and check that out because the story is honestly like a regular love story.
Yeah. And what do you
I
guys think?
you'll
Yeah.
enjoy it.
What do you guys think about the formatting too? We did the little memories page and
Different format, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that there's also like lesser stages as well. I noticed that like clearing through areas is a little bit faster, so you can get right into farming.
Yep. It was a lot more interesting compared to how we usually do it.
Yeah.
Where a lot of like the bigger side stories have been like huge, like you go here, you go there.
Yeah, it's like
and you're like
I'm
or
lost.
it's like interactive with the map, right?
Yeah.
Valkyrie says story was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm glad you guys are liking these news types, and obviously our team is always changing it, right? They're always changing the way they have new interactive things. hopefully this year we get like interactive games again.
Yeah.
Like
I love those little mini.
one, yeah.
Oh, the volleyball one was so much fun.
Never forget. Everyone's like, I can't time anything.
My rhythm game instincts kicked in.
Exactly. Yeah. All the screenshots, getting the sweet dialogue.
Yeah.
And at least the memories are always there.
Yeah.
80 Rocks, what's up?
Hey.
I've been watching you stream every now and then, even though I've been lurking. So
Bring back extreme
I'm always
difficulty
here.
volleyball.
I'm always here. Extreme difficulty volleyball.
Yeah.
Make SC Alexa available all year round. But she is.
She is.
Epic
right. 7
DDR. We do have DDR.
We have Death Dealer Ray. Yeah.
Death Dealer Ray.
Yeah.
It's right there.
He's
DDR.
right there.
But yeah, speaking of the side story, is there anything else you guys would change or
Yeah.
going into it? Because we are going into week 2 now of the side story.
That's correct. And also the artifact is pretty interesting too, right?
Yeah, the lovers.
Yeah.
So it's another entry into our little series, right?
Yeah, of the tarot, I believe.
Yeah, tarot cards.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember what they're called. I'm just gonna call them a series.
But it's really cool. I mean, like having at max, I believe is a 2400 barrier. It's pretty good. So
It is pretty nice.
yeah.
But you can't unlock SC. No, I believe you can now. I believe that was changed. You could go ahead and check it out and see the quest for that. So hopefully, if not.
Yeah, hopefully. If not, let us know.
Yeah, if not, let us know. We'll go look into that as well. So don't worry.
I'll write that right down.
But yeah, I'm busy, but it's bad. Not bad at all. But the past story with Vivian Kawarik was really good.
Game of Princes, yeah.
Game of Princes was pretty nice.
The skin was
Granted,
too,
also,
yeah.
at least we do get the skin this time around. So Ran is now clothed for all those people who wanted him clothed. And he's wearing some really nifty clothing. He's got that white, slick look.
I know during Rover's Overdrive you were talking about, maybe a little bit of pink, but I was also thinking it's probably because of White Day, right?
Oh my God, Gimmick
Right.
is big brain.
I'm pretty sure, right?
Gimmick is big brain.
Because
Rand got the drip.
He do got the drip.
All right, guys. How would you guys like the next skin to be like the,
No, go on.
drip? Would they have like the jacket drip? You guys know
Oh
what I'm
man,
talking
I see in the
That would be
Discord there's someone who has
hilarious.
Zahak with the drip.
about.
It's really funny.
Oh my, exactly. Silver nose. Will there be a survey for today? Yes, that will be coming in later, so don't worry on that. And we'll release it in probably around 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, stay tuned.
It's a Mashuu skin collab. What? Why a skin? That would be kind of weird.
Which character would you have a skin on?
I don't even know. Like, what would I even look like? Would I have a weapon? I'm kind of down.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I think it would be a cool
Mort
either
skin.
way.
I could see
But yeah,
it.
guys, last call on everything and anything needed for the side story.
Yeah.
Before we talk, let us know if you guys want to see any changes or if you just like all around the current romantic getaway.
Yeah.
Going once,
Going
twice, and it's gone. Now, though, we're moving into another big brunt of things. We'll be moving on into the PvP aspects. Actually, before that, though, Valkyrie said more BMs, maybe add a little bit of Mystic Metals. I do get that, right? Because Mystic Metals are something that is pretty exclusive in the game, right?
Oh boy, very tough to get. I mean, I know that some of our players here as well, some of our like Tala and Ryoko, right? They're always having trouble getting like mystics. You know, we always talk about, oh, the next husbando just came around. You know, and they're saying I have no more mystics, and you know, we're saying, oh, just go through just go through your, you know, like it's hard, right? It's not easy. So I do agree on
Some
that.
people do.
Sorry, Ryoko.
Some people do need that help on that. End.
Yeah.
It's a rough battle out there for those who need mystics, and it's
Definitely.
maybe something that we could suggest
Yeah.
moving forward.
Definitely.
And please know, if you guys are wondering it or just getting in, this is the Just Chatty stream where we go into chatting about everything and anything and the like. Current topic list was PvE. If you guys want to answer more questions or ask more questions at the end to have us answer or make known of, we'll talk about it, so don't worry about that end.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll be moving on to PvP.
Let's go right to PvP.
And yeah. First off to bat, you guys already knew. It's been quite some time since we talked about him.
It has.
It is Bihu.
Bihu.
Bihu. How do you guys feel about Bihu and his current play? Granted, I don't see him that often. It is
Not
another.
too often. Yeah.
We've seen all the other Fox girls though in other areas of the game, and I hope we see more in the future because I'm kind of down.
He deserves the love. Yeah, I love his S3 animation. His design's really cool. But, you know, from what I've noticed at least, it's tough to make him work sometimes, right? The 50% chance on skill 1 can be a little tough to gamble on. It's just tough, right? But I still think it's a really solid, like a really cool looking character.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Valkyrie says he needs love. So how would you change him in that aspect?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are saying, yeah, in regards to that first skill, right? You talked about it before. It's the guaranteed being able to detonate, right?
Yeah.
And I think, do you think that that's enough, though?
Right, like having it on the base S1, because, I mean, increasing damage is a lot, but we have other characters like Carrot who can auto-detonate, right? Does Pirate Captain as well also have auto-detonate? I can't remember.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so there are some other characters who can detonate without needing to worry about an RG check, so it can be tough, right? But I still think that increasing burn damage was cool. I love the concept. I mean, again, the skill 3 animation is really pretty. But yeah, I think maybe chat thinks that needs a little bit of love in here and there.
True, I would want to see that. It'll be interesting to see moving forward. I think an EE can resolve this. Ooh, that is true.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, what stats would it give him? Not effectiveness. Maybe some more attack would be cool.
Yeah, I think attack could be really good. It's just so when he really does get that S1, right? He just really
boom
blows up the opponent.
Bam! What about bop? Pow.
We could be dangerous and say speed.
Speed.
Someone says speed.
I don't want to give anyone speed EEs anymore. I swear. Every time someone gets speed EEs, like you see the light in the community, they're like, speed? Speed? Someone say speed? They're like, how fast? How fast can I make them?
Hit the line
Researcher
instantly.
Carrot skin, dude. Honestly, Marquita, I like Researcher Carrot, like how she is right now.
Yeah. I mean, unless she was in like a carrot suit, it'd be funny.
It would be the second time we give a 3-star skin, though.
That is like Angelic Montmorency first, right?
Oh wait, no, that's the third time.
Who's this?
Aether,
Angelic Montmorency.
Momo, yeah.
Yep, and then Carrot.
Maybe an extra effect on his S3 to give his team more support.
Because he currently does, he strips, right? And then he does, what else does he do? CR push, I think?
I believe something around the sort. I mean, I don't use dude, so
True.
it's a little hard for me to say.
True.
And I never see Bihu, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, honestly, that is something that a little bit of EE love could show him maybe in the future.
Yeah.
I would like to see it. Speed set still plays PvP. I mean, it is what it is.
Imagine if his EE also further increased the burn damage.
Actually, Leo, what a lot of changes happening, like, and standard play becoming like way more standard like.
Yeah.
We're seeing less and less of speed set actually.
Thank goodness.
I've seen so many people want to switch over to Banshee.
Yeah. I Banshee gamed.
So many people are like, I'm farming Banshee.
It's so funny because I did Banshee over the last hunt buff, and I got a 20 speeder. A little ironic on a distro piece. So, well, you know, we'll take it. But
Banshee gang stonks are soaring.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But barring that, we have the next one, which unfortunately a bunch of people in the office couldn't get. It's Peacemaker Furious.
Peacemaker Furious. Yeah. So, you know, it's been a couple of weeks since they've released. It's given a little more time. I love the idea of the kit. And yeah, sorry, Ryoko. I was just about to say that I might have 3 copies without my intention.
I just pulled one.
You pulled one yesterday as well.
I pulled one yesterday, yeah.
We are so sorry,
Off
Ryoko.
of free summon. Not free summon, sorry.
Moonlight, yeah.
It was a 10 pull.
That's right. It was a 10
pull. It
pull.
was a 10 pull.
Yeah, sorry, Ryoko.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's just what happens.
Yeah.
I'm going to feed him just for you.
You're awful. You're terrible. Yeah. I still have no idea what he does. I mean...
Yeah, what do he do?
So what he does is that on his skill 3, he increases his defense. I believe he gives himself, it's not, it's rage, I think, right? It's not vigor, but it's rage. It's
not vigor.
Right, but it increases his defense, I believe. And
defense and attack.
And attack, right. And he builds up his focus a little bit. And then his S1 has another RNG proc into doing it again. And then on 5 focus, you can S3. So it's a really interesting, like...
S3 is the def pen.
Yeah, the def pen as well, and it's based on defense scaling as well, right?
Yes, sir. I believe that's up to 80%, something like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty high amount, but it's tough because I think that, I mean, just building defense around a character like that who needs to kind of go pretty quickly, right?
So I do know where people were coming with, and personally speaking, it's just like, having Def Pen characters, right? When you're talking about Def Pen characters, especially being a 4-star and Moonlight, the first thing that comes to mind is that Watcher Shuri. The easiest Def Pen you can have because it's 100%, which is why a lot of people are like comparing and contrasting, like, hey, this person get Def Pen, not as good, but he's at least defense oriented to take multiple turns, but it's a little hard in that aspect too.
And also, I mean, but also Peacemaker is AoE instead of Watcher Shuri being single target, right?
Exactly.
So I still don't have Watcher Shuri actually, so yeah, I can't do any one-shots, man. Aside from Banshee, can't really.
When I first joined the game, I actually built Watcher Shuri.
He's cool.
He is cool.
I love his design. Yeah.
His design is really sick. I love that militaristic design, which is why I like Closer Charles and that stuff in Cavill.
But you're not really cool. You're not a husbando player.
Yeah, I don't use husbandos though, unfortunately, and it is what it is. But yeah, how are you surviving in Hunt's Gimmick? No one
very carefully, very careful. I use the standard Wyvern 13, the Mui one, and then I use Euphine, Leo, and Vivian for like a questionable % chance on one shot. It works out. It works really well for me. So.
And don't worry, Robert, we could get to that a little bit later on that.
Yeah.
But I do know that is probably something that we would talk about. Yeah, tell the company to make collab. All right, guys, we all know you guys want a bunch of collabs.
We want the collabs.
I want collabs also,
I want them too.
Of course.
Yeah.
But as for what collabs and when we'll get them or if we'll get them, you'll just have to find out. Stick to all of our SNS because we will keep you notified when that happens. So don't worry.
Keep your ear to the door.
You need a Jacko. I feel you. I love my Jacko. I'm not gonna lie.
I have
Jacko's pretty cool.
She's really cool. I need Symbol looks really good too.
Just because it's like Stripe Jacko.
Yeah.
Oh, someone says husbandos or waifus on my YouTube
Get those votes in. Get those votes in on the
I want to know. Yeah.
Oh, waifu's already 100%.
Has
man.
to be that waifu only.
Yeah.
I would love Ramlethal. Dude, I would love. Can we get that, please?
I always go with whoever works.
I look at Gimmick like he could do something. Gimmick, write that down. Ramlethal
Valentine.
for
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
Look,
Perfect.
as someone who loves playing Guilty Gear, I do not need to be walled by Ramlethal in 2 games. That's all I'm saying.
Oh god.
In my opinion, I had a great idea to share with Mashuu about how Angie Mito could be a great character, but we're not going to talk about that.
I was just shaking my head during that time. I was just shaking my head. I'm not going to lie.
Spin to win. Anyways.
Moving on from that though, and talking about last week's big waifu, which was Lone Crescent Bologna. LC Bologna, however you want to call her.
Crolona?
No. I was going to say she doesn't have a Chris nickname, but that sounds so bad.
Crolona, it's like Lermia.
What?
Right?
Yeah, stop.
You're welcome, by the way.
How are you guys feeling about Bologna or Lone Crescent Bologna? All in all, I for one have been loving her. She's been an off DPS pick for me. She's really fun. I play standard now, so it's nice to have a waifu that I love.
Have you changed your build from what we showcased last week with Far Pancakes?
No, I mean it's still on. Well, it's still lifesteal, or sorry, still counter.
Counter, right?
Yeah, but it's on Sigurds and everything else. She's so fun.
She sounds like a really.
She's
fun
a
character.
really fun and good unit, and you're 37 away from pity, and I hope you get that.
I pray for you. You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it.
I love her. Kills Bellions, makes me happy. Meat Fest, you know. That's all it is. I just wish I could pull her. Hey, see, everyone wants her. That's a good thing. But I also know that even if everyone wants her, at least too, like personally speaking, seeing her in meta and everything else, she's not breaking the current meta.
She's not breaking
She's like
anything.
an insert, and I think she's a very stable DPS.
Yeah, it's very, very good. She has her situations that she fits into, in my opinion, and that's really good. Like for someone like me who plays a ton of anti-crit, right? That's the perfect slot to throw in Emma Bologna, right? So I think that's great. It's not just hey, here's my draft. Here comes Bologna. Goodbye, right? Like, deal with it, right? It is a pick that has to be on a good decision, and it's good because of that. I think that's a very good thing.
Oh, Alice. Oh, pain. It is a good choice. What you did is a good choice.
Yeah.
But I feel it.
I bet I'm
I
a
think
rat.
she's very well balanced. She's strong against some comps. She's okay other comps, and completely useless against other. And that's a sign of
That's a sign of a well-balanced. Yeah.
And I agree. You know, when I was first looking at the unit too, especially, I was just like, the fact that I'm thinking of like, one, she could be built injury, lifesteal, counter,
Very
whatever
flexible.
have you, is super flexible for one.
Definitely.
And just like her artifact list, being able to be a warrior puts her at that point where you're like, hey, I could have a Sigurds for one.
Sigurds,
I
definitely.
could have any other thing, like just to be like more annoying or more damage. Let's say I want to put a plate on her.
Right. You can, yeah, she's very flexible, and it's good. You get this, there isn't one standard build that everyone goes on, and then it's like, okay, now I have to deal with this, right? So I think that overall, I'm glad to see a lot of people like the character, and that S3 animation too. Man, oh man.
Excuse me.
Yours
Sorry
is-
about that.
Any other thoughts?
Meta just needs built-in mitigation. I think that would be too much, honestly.
Maybe-
Especially because a lot of people have been getting to the point where she's like not one-shottable by most characters.
Definitely. Yeah, you can build
Most.
with some bulk, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, someone saying, yeah, give her built-in MIDI and she's the most toxic unit in the game. Like, yeah, I think that over-tuning the kit is scary, right? We need to make sure that doesn't always happen. But
Exactly. Leo knows too. Love her playstyle. Pretty straightforward. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Perfect.
and
Just as it should be.
yeah, and
And next, guys, is going to be talking about not the waifu of last week, but the waifu of this week. It is talking about a mid. How do you guys feel? An introduction to the newest buff.
yeah, swift attack.
Swift attack. Such an
Very
interesting
interesting, yeah.
50% CRP. 50.
50%.
50. Is this correct? Wait.
That's good enough.
Yeah, this is
That'll
the
work.
right way, right?
I think so.
I can't make a 5 with like my hand.
You can make like a V, like for Roman numerals, maybe. Yeah, there you go.
Fifth. No, that won't work.
Is it
That
L
won't
in Roman numerals?
Is it L?
It might be L.
Dude, hold that L. Hold the L, chat. No. But yeah, aggro players everywhere rejoice. It was
Yeah.
my single look at a unit that I'm just like, oh my god, Cleve is back? And I'm like, yeah,
man.
you could use it in Cleve, but honestly, you're still going to be using everyone else in it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
One irritate, you're holding the L tonight. For me, maybe. I don't know how you'll do against Mashuu. But yeah, how'd you guys do in your polls, by the way? I have a bit of a story to tell.
Oh
don't I?
my gosh, Gimmick's cool. It's what you get for being overconfident.
I really was way too confident. I was like 30 polls in, and Biblia showed up. I was like, artifact easy in the bag.
Easy.
I got 3 5-star artifacts, and none of them were hers. And then I proceeded to pity.
It was
It was so
funny.
bad.
Yo, my dude's sitting here just like, let's go.
Let's go. I was like,
Artifact, set down his
yeah.
phone. And he goes, what the heck? Guardian Ice Crystal? This is not right.
No, I got Snow Crystal. Snow Crystal, yeah.
Because it was a shoes artifact.
Yeah, so I got Shear's artifact, I got Mort's artifact, and I can't remember the third one I got.
Let's just say it's powder.
Double-edged crescent. That's what
Like
it was.
I said, powder.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's not powder. That's
No,
actually
they're all
a
really good.
artifact.
I am not upset. I am more upset that I let my confidence get way too ahead of me.
Lena Inverse. But how are you guys feeling about a mid? And
Yeah.
how is everyone using her currently?
Yeah.
100 summons, 7 artifacts. Whoa, wait. 100 summons, 7 artifacts, 2 of the new unit.
Oh my god. Can
All right, hold on. Write his name down. Meatfest85.
Okay.
Make sure to check his account and ban him.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. He's got the already seeded account.
Oh man.
Yeah, honestly, I pulled 100 and I got both. So that, I mean, I'm happy with that.
I pulled 150
I
for 2 copies.
Probably will end up pulling again for one more, just for another imprint, depending.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Because it is limited.
It is limited. Yes.
First limited in a while.
since Landy. Yeah.
Landy. Yeah, how are you guys liking your mid so far? You like her? Not your type? Would you use her? What comps are you currently using her in?
Yeah, I'm seeing so many different drafts. I
Dude,
think that one of my
It's
favorites.
abusing that swift attack.
You're tripping. I think that a lot of people are tripping. I love the fact that before today, I just thought was like a very like niche pick, and they were like, like okay, I need like really good damage right now, and now with Swift Acting, they're like, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, boy.
Just oh my, it's so much fun to watch that. I know that that Kana was having a lot of fun with that. I saw Elf Mage is having a lot of fun with that. Just love to see all the synergies. Also with Kisei too, with those new buffs coming in.
Yeah,
too.
there's a lot of things that people aren't talking about still that could be used, right?
Yeah.
A lot of like other units who we thought were gonna be like not okay, but now you have support for a unit that's slower.
Yeah.
That could be pushed up by 50% again, and honestly, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm using her with my story units, like I said, which is nice. They are getting in action. Finally, though, that CR boost is great. Exactly.
Yeah, all the CR boosts that you could need in the world. And also, something that I heard discussed a little bit too was a discussion about just the general archetype of Soul Weavers, right? Because Ahmed is another Soul Weaver that doesn't necessarily heal, but they bring full support to the team in a very impactful way that isn't like a mage where, you know, they have more of a damage lean. It's all support, right? So, and I like how that, in my opinion, how that change has been made, or how that kind of distinction has been made. And, you know, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, let us know what you think about Ahmed.
Any and all thoughts about Ahmed?
I mean, she just got released last night, so obviously her place in the meta is all over the place still. People are saying she's really good. People are saying she's like, she needs a little more. And like you were talking about for Soul Weavers, right?
Yeah.
And the place of current Soul Weavers, like, is that our current state where it's like, hey, Soul Weavers are the ones who are supporting? Doesn't have to or necessarily mean healing for that.
Yeah,
matter.
I don't think healing necessarily needs support. And technically, if you wanted to, you could put, you know, Doctor's Bag or Unfading Memories, right? There's a lot of ways
Celestine, you can get healing out of
Celestine.
that.
Yeah, you could. But yeah, I like the overall like support archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she counters Politis too. I guess with the skill null too, right?
Oh yeah. It's a skill null portion, which is what was huge, right? You skill null, you get that. Granted, you still could get proc with the young crown.
Right. Good old crown.
Yeah, C-Dom is a mage that pushes. I guess it's like all around it matters, right?
Okay, but you've seen C-Dom damage before, right?
Okay, yeah. C-Dom damage is not. Yeah, that multiplier is crazy.
That's a thing. So, and, you know, but that still kind of better fits
350.
in the mage archetype, right? They're still dealing damage.
Exactly. They're not like Ahmed is not going crazy nuts with damage.
Yeah. Oh, you know, that's true. Dian is also a pretty big example of like a Soul Weaver that doesn't necessarily always heal, right?
Yeah,
And
mostly
they've been here
barriers.
for a while. Yeah.
Mostly heals on S1, but I mean, barriers and just turn cycling, that's where most of her portion comes from. You don't really see that huge healing aspect. Blood Moon Haste, right?
Yeah.
The original, just like, wow, this is a weird Soul Weaver.
This is an interesting Soul Weaver, yeah.
This is an interesting Soul Weaver.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't like relying on artifacts to heal. We need a Soul Weaver that does heal. Not reliable on Artie. A few of my friends and I agree. I mean, yeah, I can totally see your side. There are a lot of strong healers in the game right now, but I mean,
Destina.
Definitely Destina, Ruel. Even if you want to be, if we saw in the CCB, Angelic Montmorency can be an interesting healer.
Momo, I was so surprised.
That was so cool.
Dude.
I love Momo. But yeah, there's a lot of healers out there, but I do agree that I would love to see as many new unique kits as we can find, right?
I do want to see what it's like moving forward. And I do see people's points of saying, hey, if a Soul Weaver is mostly for healing, then you just have a
Yeah, exactly. I wish she cleanse a little more because defenses are very strong right now. I mean, some people run Vial or use Eternus, right? Yeah.
Just like Doctor Bag.
Doctor's Bag, yeah.
Get that Doctor's Bag.
Yeah. Hey, it's on banner right now. Raise on banner. So.
Raise on banner?
Yeah.
Raise on banner. Get your stuff for Doctor's Bag and DDR.
Yeah. You gonna go that far? Jeez.
Yeah, dude, come on.
I guess imprints can be.
DDR is fun.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot more people use DDR now.
Yeah.
Especially after the changes, they're like, oh, he actually does have a play.
It's pretty fun,
and like really interesting comps.
Oh man, DDR Sully.
Let's not talk about that. That's nasty.
Hey, oof, boy.
That's what degens do. But guys, before we move on to the next topic, we would like to release these surveys.
That's
so
right.
Make sure to grab that survey, get your 3 leafs and 300k gold as per usual.
Yes,
I haven't said that
sir.
in quite some time. You guys haven't seen me in a little. Well, I was here last week, so I don't know.
Well, you didn't release a survey last week, though.
I didn't say survey last week. So that's something.
First time in a while.
Exclamation point survey.
Yeah.
Put in all your information. I look at it.
After returning from the grave, you can finally say it again. You can talk about the survey.
Grave. Yeah, sorry, I got used to. No, not used to. I'm reincarnated as myself.
Yeah. This isn't actually. This is like a Mashuu like body double.
This is Mashuu 2.
Yeah.
I'm like
Mashuu.
Kisei to Sigrid, you know.
No, you're just you're like Trozet. Just another guy.
Just a random dude.
Just like dude.
Dude, it's so crazy. I'm just like looking at my hair. It's like gray now.
I know, right?
It is what it is.
It is what
But
it is.
moving on for that matter, I believe the next topic of today is to talk about that balance patch.
That balance patch. All right.
Huge.
We had a lot, yeah. So let's go through them one by one.
Tell us your thoughts on all of the balance patch right now, but we're going to be obviously going through each unit and the like. First and foremost, a Tywin.
Yeah. So the biggest changes about him was that he now obtains an enrage effect, and when he's enraged, he on his skill 3 no longer cares about effect res, right? So ignore
F-res.
And also something interesting too is that he no longer reduces speed, but instead decreases defense. So he can just expose a lot of wounds.
A Tywin.
Just
I'm gonna say that right now, guys. I'm a waifu only player.
Yep.
I played through Golden Boys.
Through Golden Boys.
I don't want to see Golden Boys ever again. Oh my gosh. Granted, a Tywin, I've seen some people still pick him, but some people still off about it just because we do have a lot of debuffs. Debuffs are prevalent right now, but we have a lot of cleansers.
We have a lot of really good cleansers.
Maid Chloe coming back.
Maid Chloe, yeah, I've seen a lot of Maid Chloes. Obviously, Hand Guy, Mediator Aquaric, for those who don't know. Hand Guy. There's always been Destina. There's always been AOL can also do some cleansing too. And, I mean, there's a lot, right? But debuffs are very deadly in the right hands, especially if you're like me, who kind of doesn't have a cleaver in their draft, or has a cleanser in their drafts.
Speaking of debuffs, I do see a lot of one thing that people are talking about is in regards to the Crimson Seed changes
and the Timeless Anchor changes.
Timeless Anchor changes. We are and have been taking your feedback in regards to that, and we'll send it where it is. We already know. We know. We've seen it everywhere. You guys don't have to tell us again. We have seen everything.
We're taking all your feedback for sure.
For sure. I just imagine we're taking all your feedback. Gimmick shows that at the end of the day. It's just like a picture of us. What were the Crimson changes? You guys can check that out on Stove.
It's on Stove,
the exact changes for that. Butterfly Mandolin display unit, you monster. Do you know what Butterfly Mandolin does?
Is that the extra turn one?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You monster.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Extra turn. I used to think that was broken. When I first got into the game, I'm like, yo, extra turn? That sounds sick.
Sounds pretty crazy on a 3-star, yeah.
Yeah, but why have that on an artifact when you could have that on a unit?
Or RNL.
Or RNL. Oh, the amount of times I've died to RNL are ridiculous.
RNL and Dust Devil. I remember getting dueled by a Spear Die, right? And then Dust Devil, like, uh-oh. Here it goes again.
Bronson said, call me off guard when a Tywin defense broke me, and they're like, what the heck?
I lost, yeah.
Yeah, man, you gotta pay attention to all those changes, man.
Yeah. Real players
look at the fact, exactly. I believe.
Yeah, you just gotta believe in the heart of the cards.
Yeah, other than a Tywin changes, we do understand that people are always suggesting a lot of different units to be
definitely
like changed, right?
Definitely.
We're always taking that into account, so don't worry.
Yeah, just be lucky. You know how it is. Yeah.
Just lucky sometimes.
All right.
Hey, better lucky than good, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
That is the saying. Need to attack to cleanse a single debuff.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
that's the changes to the right? I think it'd be interesting if it was start of turn self cleanse, right? But that's in my opinion,
That'd be interesting. Oh man. Yeah. Start of turn self cleanse feels so bad though because you just see the debuff.
Yeah, but it would. I feel like it'd be. I mean, the way I feel like it's a little bit more engaging, at least in my opinion, because if you have a situation where you debuff in a unit, right, and they just keep getting hit by stray hits, and all of a sudden their debuff cleanses, right? That was the original Crimson Seed.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like, okay,
that feels bad.
Yeah, it's like, okay, my hero is stunned, right? But hey, maybe I can Crimson Seed when it rolls around to my turn, or if I'm provoked, right? Cleanse the provoke, not have to deal with provoke and take my turn, right? Because that was the big thing about what's different about Crimson Seed is that with the new one, I think a lot of people are saying that provoke is very strong still against it, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You couldn't control a Ravi, so I'm glad that it changed. Oh, that hot take.
Hot take. Hey,
I mean,
every opinion matters.
We'll see
here, right?
how it is. Honestly, it's already been like a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So we still have some time, and obviously moving into the future, we want to see different metas moving forward.
Definitely.
And we won't want the same stale meta. Is it? Do you say meta or meta?
I say meta.
Yes. Thank God. No, it's funny. Meta. Meta relevance.
All right, but
well, moving on from that, we have Melissa next.
Yep, Melissa had some changes to her curse, and I don't remember the exact interaction with it, but I believe it's now based. It's either based on single target or multi-target. I can't remember exactly.
Mm.
And then the other thing is that S2 now scales a lot on lost HP.
Oh yeah, she got that extra buff on the S2.
Yeah.
And S2, if you didn't remember, it was the immortality one. So sorry, if it kills, it refreshes.
Yeah.
Which is why it was good. I haven't seen a lot of like people using Melissa still. Prof Boy mentioned that she got buffed 5 times, and some people are still using her, some people haven't. Some Melissas out there, lovers out there, are always using her. So honestly, hey, I mean, as for why she's shown so much love, I mean, it is what it is.
And it is what it is.
We know that people have been saying otherwise, and we'll forward that information forward as we do.
Just give Melissa a gun.
And for their neutral, they have a gun.
A gun. Yeah.
But yeah.
She pulled, she does the whole thing where S3, she pulls out the whole thing instead of revealing her fangs, she just pulls out a gun.
Yeah, Kisei for that matter got a little more smaller buff.
Yeah. Same thing with Kisei, right? Damage increase and barrier increase. Seeing a lot of Kisei nowadays, especially actually being interacted with Ahmed as well, right? Going with the Wind Rider style, and then with Slay. It's pretty interesting, but mainly just big damage increases. I think that, they're solid overall, in my opinion, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah, and then we have the Mui changes.
The Mui changes are big. Big rework, yeah. The big thing.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
A little bit like Flitica.
I think the biggest thing, is about skill 3 being based on the number of crits she deals. On S3, she pushes herself up. So on a full team, if she crits, that means she gets a full extra turn. Some of the big things that change as well is that one random debuff from her S1 has now just been changed straight into target, which means that players can just go right into target.
Target is a nice buff right now, especially with so much evasion.
It is really nice. EE number 2 has been changed into a guaranteed dual attack on the highest attack hero. And finally, her dual attack imprint has been shifted to an effectiveness imprint.
Yeah, JR says Mui underrated.
Very underrated, I would say, in my opinion.
I don't use her. I never used her because I just don't like how she looks.
She's clowning around.
But that's just me. She used to be like in a circus and everything.
Yeah.
The only reminder I have like a circus is like a kid. It was like clowns. I don't like clowns.
Have you ever been to like Cirque du Soleil before?
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil is sick.
Those are cool. Yeah,
But yeah,
that's kind of like a circus.
That's something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see you guys saying about Arunka needs love and Hua Young needs her legs back. Granted, Hua Young still works as a
tank buster.
Granted, that's mostly what she's doing nowadays. As for Arunka, I personally use Arunka just for fun. I make her work.
Yeah, you make it work.
I make her work.
In my opinion, right, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think that having Hua Young's role as just a solid tank buster, I think that's fine. Like, I think that a lot of people say that they went a little bit too far, and I agree. I can certainly see where they're coming from, but I do like the idea that she wasn't where she was before, as we were talking before with like Lone Cross and Palona, where it isn't a here's the hero, deal with it, right? But I certainly understand that a lot of people think that she was over nerfed, but I do like her role for sure.
Yeah, and I think I agree personally with what Nidge said about Arunka. Her S1 could just be 100% and she'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because honestly, getting that proc is huge.
Yeah.
Otherwise, her kit like works all together. For the most part, she works pretty much as like a really like annoying like poke attacker that can like slightly heal if she procs. And when she heals, it's pretty nice. But
yeah, the healing is
if
nice,
she doesn't proc, it hurts her kit a lot.
Yeah, because
I think just making that constant.
Because that's her sustain, right? Because Hua Young has the barrier and the cleanse, right? And then it was kind of supposed to be that Arunka was all about having the healing, right?
Yeah, and that which is why like what Leo says, like Alencia has been used over that because Alencia is guaranteed as long as you have your the first.
As long as
buff,
as long as you're not unbuffable, right?
Exactly.
Which is cool. Yeah.
I do love me some Alencia. Got that skin. Pretty nice.
Gift Granny is pretty nice, yeah. So moving right along, we also have Fairy Tale Tenebria. So some of the biggest changes, S1 is no longer a poison, it is now a provoke, or redirected provoke.
Which works well with her S2.
And then her S2 has now been changed to, instead of unhealable out of the random debuffs, it is now speed down.
Yes.
So
granted, unhealable did help in some moments, I'm not going to lie.
Definitely, yeah.
Granted, I used her with Sierra Ren. So
gotcha.
It's just debuffs galore. It's so funny.
That sounds a little dangerous.
I love using my F10. I have a 293-ish speed or something. So it's like with mage buff, it's like 300.
Dude. Oh my god.
She's really fun. Really fun.
Oh,
a lot of people get really surprised by her.
I can understand why. Because usually I'm like, oh yeah, I have 279 on my Celilius. I'm like, that's fine enough, right? And now that I've hit Challenger 5 in Flag Arena, I'm like, get me out of here. Everyone's so fast. But
I love F10 in my Rowan. I love this buff.
so true.
Hey man, if your Rowan is there, I just used ML Bologna.
True.
And it's been fun. You guys saw last week.
Yeah.
Easy, not easy. It was rough.
Rough.
But it was still fun.
It was still fun to watch.
Valkyrie says using her with Dizzy SSB and stays. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
The old school
Full
ice.
lockdown, yeah. I think I saw, actually on the first day after the balance changes, I saw Elf Mages doing something similar, just like keeping their opponents locked down, especially with Fairy Tail for a Nightmare too, right? So the
You're the one donating me shields and Flag Arena.
You're welcome, display unit. You're welcome.
It is what it is, and I do see a lot of people. So like we've seen the balance changes. We noted all of your feedback in regards to that. But what units would you want to see buffed then?
Yeah,
Is something that I would open up to check around.
There were quite a few, and also there was also the artifacts and also Axe God 2, right? There's a lot of things that we would just want to see what you guys think really could use some changes now. Yeah,
I want to know because me personally, a lot of the units that I use are in a good place. Like Opsig obviously has her uses. She's never going away. I feel like it's crazy. Like I said, Irunka is one that I would love to see. Ooh, Ilyanov. That is a big ask right
A lot of people talk about Ilyanov and Irunka for sure.
Ilyanov has such a sick looking animation too. She has like the S2 animation.
Yeah, but the thing is that she also kind of depends on that 50%, kind of similar to what we talked about before, right? So, ooh, interesting. Celestial Mercedes, Muse Rima, and 90% of the specialty changes. Yeah.
Ooh, Celestial Mercedes is one that we haven't seen some use in some time.
Yeah.
Would like to see some more 4-stars come in. Blue Clarissa.
I could be down with that. I'd be interested in that.
Like demon mode, that would be really interesting to see.
Yeah. And how procs no matter what, who gets a kill on your team.
Hwayong needs that. You want to see Hwayong again? I don't miss Hwayong. I'm a singer. Personally, I saw her every time. Yeah. Sharoon got a little better with DDR buffs, but I would like to see some work more. So as like a solo, kind of like really annoying. It's not poison. It's venom.
Venom, yeah.
Yeah, I was like.
Summer Break Charlotte, Adley, and Jet. I think it's Jet, right?
Jet. Last Rider Crow, like I said, I don't use dudes and I don't miss Golden Boys meta. Don't ride Last Rider Crow.
Oh, I'm not right.
Stop it right now.
I'm riding it. You can't stop me.
Oh my gosh.
Also,
I don't want to see him
Teiyu. A lot of people saying Teiyu. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we are seeing a lot more units come back and eventually get their use, right? We saw the use of, what's his face? Blonde Boy. Why can't I remember his name?
Which one?
Injury Blonde Boy. Good looking Blonde Boy.
Oh, Zahak, you mean?
Zahak. I was just like, I can't even remember his name right now.
The drip guy.
The drip guy. But yeah, Zahak got a lot more use now, especially after his
symbol and all the injury changes. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I watched Zahak like
platinum Blonde Boy.
S3 right into my shoe, and it's like, oh, you don't have any health anymore.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Zahak is great. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Fake MLK Ron. As everyone remember. Elfelt is forgotten. Elfelt's not forgotten. I still have some speed gear on her. I think
I see some people using Elfelt every once in a while as well. Shoe buff.
Used to be an old creep.
Watch your words, man.
Dang. Someone coming out here for a straight fire, alright?
Here's something, in my opinion, would be pretty funny. It's that, you know how when she finishes her S2, she's dizzy? Give her stun. Spins. She gives herself stun for a turn. So think about it, right? Think about it. If she ran on immunity, and at any point before she put up the immunity from her S3, if she just gives a stray S2, she gives herself stun. But think about all the synergy too, right? With Dilibet or a cleanser, just self-inflicted debuffs. That could be interesting.
Fire this guy, please. Who let him cook? Who let him cook,
guys? I'll see you guys later.
Honestly, it would be interesting to have something like. I do like seeing fun mechanics like that. Though.
Yeah.
So it is a interesting way to see things.
Fire him out of a cannon.
Hey, these are all those people right now who are saying that love Shu. See,
they
love Shu.
I love Shu. I have Shu on my team. She's not
exactly
well built, but that's all I'm saying.
But yeah, Zahak, dude, I remember when he got buffed. I didn't know he got buffed like right after,
Yeah.
and so I was like playing some, and I was like, "What happened?
Where'd my hero go?
Where'd my HP go? It's gone.
It's all red.
I know, but he is someone that's gonna see some love, and hopefully we're gonna see you guys update some love for all the characters that you guys like as well.
Yeah, it's overall though.
You
Pretty
tempted of building SC Alexa for RTA?
Ooh,
What a monster.
that'd be fun to see.
There was a time, guys, I will go off on a tangent. There was a time when I built an RTA Karen. That is
Interesting.
Ice Karen.
And not Bloodblade. Interesting.
Not BVK.
Interesting.
I was like, defense break on S2, big damage S3.
Yeah.
I think I can make this work.
It's like that one meme. I'm a genius. Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who let me cook is the real thing.
Who let everyone cook? Hey, I was running a Momo in Arena all the time.
It is what it is. And we
Yeah.
are listening. We're seeing a bunch of stuff here as well.
Yeah.
And we'll go back onto it to write
Yeah.
down a lot of you guys' suggestions.
Got them all
So
here.
don't worry on that.
Yeah.
But moving on to the last portion of the day, it says non-gameplay portion for that matter.
Or the QOL.
Or QOL.
Yeah.
It's non-gameplay because it's not dealing with actual battle.
Balance
Right?
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Biggest one first talking about is the being able to show your full hero.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about equipment, everything on them.
Stats and everything. Yep.
everything. How do you guys feel about that? Was it something that was warranted? Was something that was nice?
Really like
something
it.
that's been a long time coming. I know for sure.
Yeah.
It's something that's easily like.
Very
Right.
easy like, hey.
It's like, hey, how do you build this? It's like, oh, I
Bam,
got you.
here you
I
go,
got you,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
Send that over.
Yeah. For those who aren't aware, though, when you have a hero that is fully built, I believe, you can share it not only to just the global chat and the guild chat, but when you are giving a hero review on the rating system, you can share your build there as well. So I think it's very useful.
It's all the confident people who think their gear is good is on there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I said think. It makes it seem like they're bad because sometimes they are, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And another small change as well is that you no longer automatically share a plus 15 piece of equipment into the chat either. If you want to show off your Miss 20 speeder, you can drop it in there if you'd like to.
I like watching people roll on purple gear. they see. I mean, I'm one case of someone who likes to full send a lot of gear.
Yeah.
And if it's like red, I'll always full send it.
Yeah, we were praying for 25 speed gear
full
yesterday,
send it.
right? You full send it, you had a 2 and a 5, and that was good enough.
It was not it.
Yeah,
It
well,
was
you know,
not it.
close
But
enough, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Give the plus 15 to Mashuu.
Give it to just directly to him. Got
It's a great way to get more interaction with the community. I saw some nice more chat. Exactly, it's something that we wanted to share too. It's just ability to like share information with other people, right? People are always asking, well, how do you build this? How do you build that? Well, now you have it like at hand. You can ask anyone, ask your guildmates.
Yep.
And that's implemented now within everything.
Mm-hmm. I think that what might also be pretty interesting, in my opinion, in the future is that if this could be hooked into like an API or a system, right, where you can get a full database, right? Imagine you're sitting on somebody's Twitch stream and you're like, "Hey, streamer, how do I build this character?" And he's like, "Just click a little extension on the side, bam, there's my heroes.
You
There's
see
all my heroes."
Tomoka's face, just click on that,
and
and then all my units will be there.
Yeah, and then for the people who like to hide their gear at the end of the season, right, the streamers could disable that as well, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, what if they fake it out? You know, like,
fake out. Yeah, here's my level 40 gear on my.
But it would be interesting to see and have like a system in which like, hey, you can see these units and not these units. So
exactly,
like, let's say if you're watching someone like Elfmage who's more in the higher levels with E7 WC every now and then.
That's right, yeah.
Every now and then, no big deal.
No big deal. Just showing up in every E7 WC.
Yeah, and just being like, hey, I'm gonna hide obviously units that are speed.
Put PvE gear on DDR.
But it is interesting to see, and I'm glad everyone's liking it so far.
Yeah. Some other big things. Bulk fusion for ingredient creatures as well. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and pet stuff.
Pet stuff. That's right. The next thing that we're going to talk about is pets. So this was announced on Stove, and if you guys didn't know, there's a new system for pets. So now, when you like to promote a pet to the next generation, you no longer, in order to increase the chance, you no longer need to use other pets. What you can do now is that after you transmit or release a pet, you are given a new currency called the Crystal of Memories. That's what it's called. Crystal of Memories, and that will allow you to be used in promoting or increasing the chance of a higher generation for a pet. So that means if you have a lot of 1-star pets, you can release all those in mass, and you can get the currency. You no longer need to build up a bunch of stuff and hold it in your inventory.
Yep. I have 1K tickets and I'm ready to use it.
Yep.
Speaking of which, you should also now 10 pull.
Yeah, you can
pets.
10 pull pets. That's a
10
big
pull
thing.
pets.
Yeah, which is cool. And the last big thing as well is that you can change the appearance of the pet without fusing them in. So you don't no longer need to put like say, oh, I have like my skills on my hunt stuff and my skills on my rune buff, right? I just want this one to look like, say, the bunny from the recent side story. Just throw them over there.
Exactly.
You can do
Just
that
have it
now.
on there.
Yeah.
As long as obviously it's a lobby versus battle pet.
Exactly.
Hold up, you can sell the pets, not sell. We're releasing them.
Releasing them.
We're releasing them.
We're giving them. We're giving them to a good place.
Exactly.
Yep.
We're not taking care of them any longer.
We give them to a nice.
Giving them to someone else.
They all live on a nice farm, all happy together.
That's what you tell your kids, right?
That's what you tell everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, but really, yeah, they go away, and then they come back later, and then they go away again.
Yeah, exactly. They show up. They come back. They show up and say hi again.
Yeah,
and you send them on their way with a little treat. You know.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Exactly.
And then fight for themselves in a cold, dark world.
No!
It's so good.
Get this guy out of here. He's a monster.
They live their lives. Exactly.
Exactly. But
Lord Mashuu with a crown. Oh my god, having me as a pet would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Promoting my pet. But yeah, you guys are able to see that. This is the new pet system, so it's a little bit easier. There is obviously, what Zero's talking about, like there is a little bit more confusion. Not more confusion, but less confusion.
yeah.
But it's still hard to kind of like gauge the SS, trying to get your skill. That stuff is still there.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe in the future.
I still don't have a 5-star pet yet. So. Yep. Oh, and also I believe the last thing is that you can now buy a pet toy for only Stigma now in the shop of the week, which is also a big thing.
Stigma.
So you don't need to use your transmit stones anymore if you don't want to.
Someone said pet PvP, just have them fight to the death. They don't die, guys.
No, I'd rather see Guardian PvP
Wait,
first.
it's pretty morbid because what is the currency that they get for releasing?
It's called the Crystal of Memories. No, it's a little like heirloom. They pass on to you. Like this is a sign of our friendship as I leave, right? It's not
as they leave, right?
As they leave on their journey
not
of
being
life.
like condensed.
Yeah,
into
it's like a feather. You know, it looks like a little kind of like a scale almost.
Okay.
So we'll leave it like that.
Let's go like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that is all from our topic list. If there's any other like thing you want to talk about currently,
Please feel free to recommend it. Yeah.
feel free to recommend it currently.
Yeah.
If not, then it is what it is. We're always listening. Ryoko and the like. Always on Discord. Tala's on there all the time.
Tala's always on Discord. You can find me there too.
Fine. I almost called you Gimmick.
Gimmick. Moving on.
Gimmick. All right.
I know a lot of people were also talking about the changes to the voice lines too, which is good too.
Oh yeah, that is something to highlight. Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna keep going.
Oh,
but yeah, the voice lines did end up getting a little bit of revamp on that end and fixed. We do understand that there is some people talking about Conquer Lilius' voice line still being a little wonky.
Yeah.
But we are looking into that as well, so don't worry on that end. It is something that we for sure are looking
But I believe as well, a lot of people are talking about the, I don't remember the name of the Dark Form Zero, but that I believe has also been changed. So, yeah.
Where's the Archie pet? Guys, Archie's not a pet. He's a guardian.
He's a guardian. He
turns into Arcastus like a huge wolf thing.
Yeah, he's just taking a little snack break. Mola filled in for today. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, and Chatty's right there.
Also Mola.
Chatty's huge. Huge barriers.
Huge barriers.
Huge barriers, guys. That male stand skins are something people want to talk about.
A lot of people talk about the gender bend skins, yeah.
Yeah, true. Speaking of skins, there is the Pixiv contest.
Oh, the Pixiv contest, that's right. I'm really excited to see how, I was talking a little bit earlier, right? On the Discord, somebody shared their submission, which is a super cool Senya skin. Like, it looks almost like a Moonlight form.
You're going to have to show me that. I need to
black armor and, like, golden hair. It's just like, oh, that's amazing. I'm really excited to see all the submissions for this year. Been seeing a lot so far as well. I think I saw, like, a casual Rylet as well, which was cool.
Is it the Dragon Senya?
I think it was the Dragon Senya, yeah. There are just so many
more skins, please.
Yeah.
A Fire Senya. Oh,
it might have been Fire Senya, yeah. So they turned that into like an exclusive unit. I will pity day one. I swear to goodness. if that character gets released.
That'll be interesting. I do want to see more of people's works. I haven't had the time to look at all the pics and stuff, but maybe I'll go take a look. But yeah, honestly, guys, that though is it for today for the most part. Other than that, we have one small announcement. Other than getting your 3 leaves and 300k gold,
that's right. Get the
filling
survey.
out that survey, exclamation point survey in the chat.
Yes, sir.
So make sure to get that for that. But we also have the ending for the OCC Orbis Caster Clash auditions today at 11:59 p.m. So if you haven't submitted it,
do it now.
Do it now.
Grab your mic, give it a shot.
Grab your mic, take it. If you guys think you guys can become the next caster, you guys will be able to go on to cast future tournaments, an Amazon tournament for that matter. So yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Nervous as hell, but who knows?
You might
be good at it.
You might be the one.
You might be the one. I might choose you.
I'm rooting for everybody.
I'm gonna choose everyone.
Yeah.
I wish I could choose everyone. We've gotten a lot of awesome submissions, but honestly, hope everyone would like to go ahead and try out.
Could you imagine like 30 casters doing one match?
All at the same time. I was like, what is going on?
Shoot, yeah, and then all of a sudden, like at the same time, everyone just calls it the hand guy.
Hand guy.
And then it goes back into chaos.
15 no split. Resisted. But yeah, so make sure to check that out. For more information, you can check on Discord or Stove.
Submit before.
Hyper, what the heck?
Yeah, submit for 11:59 p.m. PST tonight.
Tonight. PST. So make sure to get those in by that time. It is today. And yeah, there's a lot to look into. A lot of submissions, actually. So thank you guys for those guys who already submitted.
Yeah, thank you guys all for your submissions. And we hope to see a couple more. And as well, just plug on my side as well. Don't forget that I am running a new series called War, World Arena Roundup.
Let's go.
And if you'd like to submit any of your World Arena replays to be featured on our show, we're going to be doing that every month. Submit them. They're on the YouTube channel. There is a trailer. And I really would love to see your submissions. I've already seen some amazing stuff. Not going to spoil anything, but I've seen some crazy drafts that have made it work, and I love that kind of creativity.
Let them cook.
Yeah, literally let everybody cook.
Let everyone cook.
It's
time for you to show off. It doesn't matter what rank you are. You know, you can submit whatever you want.
Yep. Just make sure to follow the rules, and that's everything, though.
Yeah, it was nice having everyone today, so thank you for your time. We'll be rating someone, so please follow through to them and tell them that Epic 7 said what up. And it's your boy Mashuu.
And it's your guy Gimmick.
And we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye-bye.